Right, welcome to the 15th episode of the pod. Lots happened this week. Giants get
Mhm.
their first win preseason week 2 against the
Yep.
Dolphins on the road, 26-3. I don't know what your initial thoughts are, but pretty good game for the most part for the G-men.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like a lot of good things that came about this game. We got a lot of standout players surprisingly. Like just to name a few, Deontay Banks played a really great game. Jameis Winston even put on a show for a little bit, with a nice rushing touchdown. And just overall a very positive day. So I'm very, very impressed with them.
Yeah, I know you also had a couple things to say. Like I know about Zavada. Zavada
Yeah.
started first half. He
Yeah,
looked pretty good as
he
the
did.
kicker.
He did. He looked pretty good. It looked comfortable. I think, well, he drilled all the extra points, which expected. But then, they let him test the range out. I think he had one from 43. I think that was his long
Yeah,
something. It
it's
was something in the
43.
40s, but I think it was from 43. And he drilled it. It was right down the middle. It couldn't have been a better kick. So hopefully we found our kicker for hopefully the next few years. But yeah, he looked great. Um, And then yeah, who's the other player? Oh, Deontay Banks. Can't forget to mention Deontay Banks. He had a great game. I was shocked. I was shocked. He was locking up everybody. He had few PBUs, and he looked like a completely different player, like rookie Deontay Banks. So if he can be our CB4, if anything, I think we're looking really good in our secondary right now.
Yeah,
Because yeah,
I was gonna say Greg Newsome's looked pretty good too.
hmm yeah,
We signed in the offseason. And also like
exactly.
obviously like we were expected to beat the Dolphins, but like seeing it come to fruition is
hmm
obviously a very encouraging sign. They got their business done. They played very well defensively. I
100%.
mean, you could say that the Miami offense isn't that great and they didn't start Willis, but I
hmm
mean, they definitely showed out this game along
You
with the
know,
offense.
yeah, no, 100%. And I didn't mean to cut you off there, but
Very good.
what I will say is when you play a bad team and you're supposed to beat them, and then you actually do and you do it with a significant margin, that's what's supposed to happen. And it's just, even though it's preseason, it's still great to see that, we got the job done. Um, doesn't matter who played because our starters didn't play either. We had a few fringe guys here and there.
Yeah.
Like McFadden played a little bit. Like you said, Greg Newsome, we got a few snaps of him. So we have borderline starting guys, but overall our stars didn't play either. And you know what? We took care of business. Doesn't matter what team is out there, you just got to go out and win. That's what they did.
And also something that is encouraging is that the run defense was very good this week
It
compared
was,
to the Vikings. I mean, they didn't start their actual guys. Like I don't think A Chain played at all, or
no, he didn't.
or either like true like secondary backups or whatever. But like they completely stuffed the run,
They
completely
did.
stuffed the pass. They stuffed everything. Like it
Yeah, I
was just a
know.
no show for the Dolphins offense.
100% agree. And, which is crazy because a big part of that was, I think, the DBs. Like Drew Phillips had a few tackles in the
Two forced
backfield.
fumbles,
Yeah,
right?
two forced fumbles. Even Deontay Banks had a few tackles in the backfield, which I was really surprised about. So, again, praising Deontay Banks, but it's very, very positive. But yeah, the defense really showed out, and I'm very impressed. We didn't get gashed on any runs. Um, they had Ollie Gordon in, which was a draft pick from last year, and he was supposed to have a solid year last year. Ended up not having the best year, but he played well. But we pretty much shut him down for the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, he had four carry. I'm looking at the stat sheet. He had four carries
Mhm.
for 8 yards. Like
Yeah, exactly.
he did nothing. And
Non-factor.
their highest rusher was Cam Miller, who got 18 yards on two carries. So like they they just had nothing going on the run game. And
Yeah, they had nothing pretty much. Even in the passing game too, like they had a few turnovers, like you mentioned, and like they put up 3 points, which you can't even get into field goal range. That's says a lot, Knows we might have a little bit of depth, and everything I say today is just like with a little asterisk because it is the Dolphins second and third team, so we'll see. But it's encouraging to watch.
Yeah, I mean, they also kept, so they actually had only 61 receiving yards.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's very good. And it kind of felt like the whole game they just kept pushing them back to their own end zone. So it was like
Hmm.
they really had nothing to work with.
Yeah, they
And
had
then
absolutely nothing. So very good to see. Even Tyler Newbin almost had an interception on that first drive. He's playing differently as well. You could clearly see that he's very comfortable in the system and that he's just flying around the field and he's just making plays wherever he can. So that was awesome to see. Finally, hopefully he puts it together.
I mean, I want to transition things to like the offense a little bit, but like
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I wanted to shout out Devin Singletary. I mean, he's
Hmm.
kind of listed as the third running back on the depth chart, but he had a pretty good game to yesterday.
He
He scored
did.
a touchdown,
Hmm.
and also we could talk about Tyrone Tracy later, but like I don't know what your thoughts are on Singletary. I mean, he did pretty good.
No, Singletary's been putting together a great preseason. He had that big screen catch from last week when Dart was down and he took it for on like a 3rd and 13 or third, I think it was longer, like a 3rd and 18, and he took it for 40 yards.
Yeah,
So that was great. Now coming into this week, having a nice cutback run for a touchdown. It looks like he's reading the field really well. Um, for a running back three, I'll take Devin Singletary all the time. But like you said, it does leave questions open for guys like now Tyrone Tracy and with the signing of Najee Harris, who unfortunately didn't play. It kind of leaves you thinking where we're going to go with our running back room from here on out.
yeah. I mean, I'll share my thoughts on I'll bring up Tyrone Tracy right now, but like
Yeah.
he almost had a pretty costly fumble. He did have a costly fumble
Hmm.
in the red zone, and it's not like he even got tackled. He just like flat out lost the ball.
Yeah.
And you obviously saw how Devin Singletary's performed recently,
Hmm.
and you brought up the Najee Harris signing, and yeah, you really start to wonder like how Tyrone Tracy is like gonna fare on the depth chart at this rate if he like makes any more mistakes like this, because there's
Hmm.
one more week, and he now has he's had solid production the last two seasons, but he now has to go up against. I mean, Najee Harris isn't super great anymore, but he had a lot of success in the past. Devin Singletary got signed to decent contract for running back,
Right.
and he's performed very well this camp. So if you can't rely on Tyrone Tracy, you got options.
Hmm.
So I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on Tracy, but
See, look, Tracy's had the past 2 seasons, he's had over 1,000 all-purpose yards both times.
yeah,
So, it's kind of hard to say that he's not going to make the roster, but at the same time, I just don't know which way that the Giants are leaning. There's got to be something that makes them question the depth that we have with the signing of Najee Harris, because otherwise, I don't see why you bring him in anyways if you don't plan on cutting one of them. I always thought it was going to be Singletary all the way. He was not going to make the roster. He's on the older side. You don't know if he's got that juice left in him to be like a third string running back. But then you look at Tracy now, he's making a lot of costly mistakes. He got our starting quarterback laid out last
yeah, the
week.
missed block, and then
Yeah, the missed block and then the fumble, which has been an issue for him over his last 2 seasons. So it really just makes me wonder like where we're gonna go. Are we gonna be a bruising offense with Najee and Cam as a 1-2 punch with Singletary coming in, or if we want to be like a Sonic and Knuckles like the Lions had last year with like maybe Tracy as the speed back and Cam as the bruiser. But I really don't know where we're going. I think it's going to be very interesting to see come next weekend and to see who gets the start and who follows because hopefully Najee will play then because then maybe we'll get a better visual of where we're at.
yeah, I wanted to say like, I mean, I don't know what you're if you were like Joe Shane or whatever, like what would you do, obviously, but like I
Hmm.
still think they should rely on him, still rely on Tracy
Hmm.
specifically. Like you obviously have Scattaboo who's like just he can run inside. He could score touchdowns in the red zone. He's not bad.
Hmm.
He's a solid pass catcher. But
Hmm.
like you also Tracy is kind of like the other element when it comes to the running backs. I mean, he has more speed and he
Right.
could be a better pass catcher. So like I mean, he definitely made two big costly mistakes these last 2 weeks, and come regular season, that's like unacceptable. But like, I
Hmm.
mean, I still he's like you said, he's had over 1,000 yards both seasons, like passing, receiving,
Hmm.
not passing, receiving and rushing.
Right, right.
Like yeah, I still think he's a valuable point to the offense, even
Hmm.
with Singletary performing. I mean, we'll eventually see what happens because you now have four running backs on the roster
Exactly.
that are like that you could accept being on the roster,
Hmm.
without being like annoyed or
Yeah, no. I mean, look, I totally agree with you. I think Tracy definitely has earned a spot on the roster based off his past accomplishments. It's just not encouraging to see that when he started for us last year, like before he got hurt and before, Cam really exploded. But he was our number one back. So I think it's kind of hard to see him go from number one to not even on the team. I think we really do just have to see how much John Harbaugh takes into consideration of like his mistakes. Because I don't think that these mistakes are cut worthy when you've been such a successful player for this organization for the past 2, 3 years. Like I don't see them cutting him, but like I said before, it does leave questions as to where he will be on the depth chart, just because of this. And additionally with um all the crowded running back room because all of these guys can play. Let's be real. All of
yeah,
these guys are NFL like running back, like obviously NFL running back, but still like competent running backs in today's game. So I don't know. I hope he makes the roster. I think he definitely will, but you know, we'll see next week, I guess.
yeah. I mean, a healthy Scat is one of the better running backs in the league.
Hmm.
I mean, you saw from last year, but like, I mean, we'll definitely see what happens. Like, do you think they're gonna, like keep all four of them on the team, or like is that just like not a possibility?
That's a good question, actually. I don't know what they're gonna do. I think what we do is we bring all four into the season, and then we see how much runtime they all get, and then whoever ends up not seeing the field a lot, then we end up cutting him, or if it's unfortunately, if it is Tracy, maybe we trade him because there's definitely a team that would be interested in a back like Tracy.
Maybe the
Um,
Raiders.
yeah, maybe the Raiders, maybe someone, you never know how the season shakes out. Like someone could get hurt. But if a guy like Tracy isn't in our game plan, which I really don't see happening, but if he really isn't, then I say we trade him, get a few picks. Like we got what, a sixth or seventh round pick for Daniel Falele. Like we can
Yeah,
get
we could
something
get
for
more than.
Tracy. Yeah, if it came down to it. I don't think it will, but I think we can get something for Tracy, not as much as Najee Harris or a guy like Devin Singletary, because they're on the older side. They've all dealt with their injuries and whatnot. But I think we go into the season with all four, and then we find room somewhere else.
Yeah, that does make sense though. And also like I also want to talk about the wide receiver room because like,
Hmm. Yeah.
obviously Juju got cut a week ago and
Hmm.
Hodgins had a couple snaps yesterday
Hmm.
and OBJ looked pretty good again.
Hmm.
He looked like he hasn't really lost much of a step.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, even at like 33, he still looks pretty good. Like a
Yeah.
very he could definitely play. And I
100% he
mean,
could
I
play.
think his roster status is like looking pretty encouraging for him at least.
Yeah. No, I don't 100% agree. Odell looked great yesterday. He did have that one drop in the end zone, which,
That was a
oh
tough
man,
ball though.
it was no, absolutely, it was not no like wide open catch, but if you're Odell Beckham, you expect him to catch it, but it's one drop, it's fine. Like he had a nice little comeback round on the sideline. He juked the guy out of his shoes. He flew to the sideline. That was great. I love that. Um, but I think he might be a shoe-in for this team. I don't think there's any shot that he gets cut. Um, maybe closer than we think. Like he might not be wide receiver three. He might be like closer to 4 or 6 or like 4 to 6, I think.
Yeah,
Um, but I agree with you. I think he's gonna make the roster 100%. Um, unfortunately, guys like Isaiah Hodgins, who you mentioned also, I
yeah.
don't. I really don't see him making this roster
It's
as
not
good as he
looking good for him
was.
right now.
Yeah, it's really not like, and it has nothing to do with really how good, or how well he's been playing and how good he is as a player. I think it more has to do with the guys that we brought in this offseason are just so much younger and just a better talent. Like, I don't see Isaiah Hodgins not like, I don't see him beating out guys like Darnell Mooney or even Calvin Austin, who we finally got to see yesterday.
He looks solid.
Yeah, he looks solid. I think he's going to be more of a punt returner if it's not Barrios, but I don't, unfortunately, I don't see him making the roster. What are your thoughts on that? I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, you're obviously going to have, well, we'll see what happens with Neighbors because
Right, of
he
course.
could miss the first week.
Hmm.
And then it just allows whoever they were thinking about, getting cut or whatever to like, stay on the roster an extra week. And then,
Yeah.
they're gone after that. Like, let's just say Neighbors is healthy. You have Neighbors, you have Mooney, Fields. Fields
Hmm.
should make the roster
Fields is
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And then probably OBJ and
Hmm.
Calvin Austin.
Okay.
And
That's
then,
five right now, right? I think you
yeah.
need five. Okay, yeah.
And then would you consider Barrios one of them or
I think they have to list him. I think
as like
him
a,
and Xavier Gibson, they have to list as receivers, but they're not going to play receiver.
they're like punt returners and
Yeah, punt returner, kick returner, however you want to put them. But I don't think they're going to play much receiver unless we absolutely need them to, which hopefully we don't. But yeah, so that's at least five guys that you named. Who else? Who else do we have?
I could just
Um,
say Isaiah Hodgins, but like, oh,
yeah.
Slayton. I forgot about Slayton.
Oh, Slayton.
No,
Yeah. I
he
mean,
did pretty good yesterday.
there's Slayton, there's Hyatt. Who have we seen him play?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so, right?
I mean, it's kind of like how it's been the rest of his career. I mean, even when he plays, he doesn't fill
Doesn't.
anything on the stat sheet other than minutes.
Yeah, that's unfortunately true because he looked so promising the first few games of his rookie year, and then he fell off the face of the earth. Um, but yeah, there I feel like we're missing some guys. Um,
I mean, I kind of just did. I named like
yeah, you did name six,
six
so
obvious
yeah. But see that's exactly what I mean. Like the talent that we have there is so much like
better.
it's so much more and better than what we had last year. Um, like we're not gonna have to rely on like these borderline wide receiver sixes at our like Jackson Dart throwing to little Jordan Humphrey in the middle of the season. And what are we
Oh
doing?
yeah,
Like no, he's not on the roster. Like he's never gonna make this type of roster. So it's tough to see someone like Isaiah Hodgins maybe get cut, but
and
I'm liking where
Oshevsky
they're
was
landing.
like
Oh yeah,
one of the
hey,
receivers
Daniel.
technically.
Yeah, he was one of our receivers. Like I don't know, that almost rivals our 2022 Richie James and Isaiah Hodgins like duo, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not mad. Look, we got a ton of talent this year. I'm not mad at all. It's just gonna suck when a few of the guys that have been deemed Giants legends are gonna potentially be gone before the season.
yeah. I mean, unless Neighbors misses the first week, I would expect the Hodgins to be gone.
Hmm.
And then because like I don't know how you think like the depth chart fares because I know I mentioned like what I think, but like
No, I totally agree with your list.
because like I do think OBJ is like not three. I think he's probably like 4 or 5, like you said.
Exactly, yeah. Because I just think they're definitely gonna value youth over Odell, but I still think he's gonna get some run. Um, but yeah, the younger guys are definitely gonna take over. I don't know how much Darius Slayton's gonna play though, because I don't see him
I think he'll
fitting
be
in.
solid.
Hmm. I don't
He's
know.
had some questionable like plays the last few seasons, but like he's definitely like I think he's definitely been more positive than bad, if that
Hmm.
makes sense. I mean,
I
he's
I no, I do agree with you, and I hear what you're saying. The worst thing about Darius Slayton is his contract. Like he's really not that terrible of a player. It's just that we're paying him
a lot of money.
like 35. Not I don't think it's 35. We're paying him a ridiculous amount of money though, and
Yeah,
it's just like
it's a 3-year deal.
yeah, it's a 3-year deal. We signed him instead of Saquon. What are we doing? It's just like that part made no sense to me, but um. He's still like a viable option for Dart or whoever's gonna be in at quarterback if someone happens to get hurt. But um, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with the receiver room right now. I'm really liking it. It's coming together nice.
I definitely consider. It's weird, but like I definitely say Slayton's probably a three
Yeah,
on this
I would
team.
agree with that too. Because you got Neighbors at the one, probably
Mooney
put
at two.
Mooney in slot. Yeah, Mooney at two. If you put Slayton at three, I don't know how. Ah, man, what if we move Slayton to the slot? That might be ridiculous.
Yeah, you
I
could.
wouldn't like it, but we could. It's very possible.
I mean, you also have Fields. Like they're kind of.
Yeah, that exactly. See, you know what I mean? Like the younger roster probably gonna get favored.
I mean, just like that on. I mean, the fact they had to cut like Juju. I mean, he's not good anymore, respectfully, but like,
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
he's
that's still
not.
not a bad. Still not bad depth at all. I
No,
mean,
not at
he'd
all.
definitely be on most NFL teams.
Slayton?
Not Juju.
Oh, Juju,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
like he could definitely play.
Yeah, he can still play. I mean, he had a few catches last week against the Vikings, and he didn't look terrible. Oh, actually, did he
He's
play
got
last
cut.
week? Ah, yeah, you might be right. Maybe I'm tripping, but
Yeah, he got cut.
yeah,
He didn't even.
what your point is. I agree with your point. He can definitely be a receiver on whatever team if he really wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I also want to talk about Winston because he
Hmm.
looked solid. I mean,
He did.
it's the Dolphins defense, but like, I mean, he definitely showed out.
He
Like,
did.
no, I mean, Dart didn't play. He just
Hmm.
did pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, he
can't
did. I
really
mean,
complain at all.
no, 100%. I mean, look, Jameis is a starting quarterback just in the backup role right now. He could
Yeah,
easily start on, say, five to seven teams right now, probably.
probably.
Um, but yeah, I mean, look, you want him to play well. Like if he went out there and did terrible, like
That wouldn't be
you
good.
wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be good. So he went out there, he did his job, he did what he had to do. Um, he got a lot of run. I didn't think he was going to play as much as he did. But he got us going. He got the offense going. He had a nice rushing touchdown, which was pretty cool. He almost had one or two to Odell, but it
Those are
happens.
yeah.
Yeah, so very promising from our backup. And you know what? Jameis is probably I can't think of one better. He's probably the best backup quarterback in the league that I can think of.
Minshew,
Mhm. No, I don't even think Mitchell is going to be QB2 in Arizona. I really think Carson Beck might take that.
he's in Arizona.
Yeah, Minshew,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
all right. Yeah, I don't. Off the top of my head, like you could say Fernando Mendoza.
Oh yeah, I guess if you want to, yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's kind of like cheating a little bit, but like,
No, I mean you're not wrong right now. He's the QB2. So yeah, I'd probably take Mendoza over Winston. Trying to think like the Eagles usually have a good backup quarterback, but it's not really coming to me. Like I don't think Andy Dalton or oh my gosh, I just watched the game last night. I can't even see his
man.
name. What happened?
No, I
Wait,
was
what was
thinking.
his name?
I said man,
Um,
but like I'm thinking of someone else.
oh,
Right.
Tanner McKee.
McKee, yeah. That
Yeah,
no, like I knew it was the M part, but like
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't look. I don't see he's better.
no way.
So I'm going through the East. Yeah, no, I don't know. I take Winston over 95% of the backup quarterbacks in the league right now.
Yeah, probably. I
And
mean,
that 5% I just don't know. So, but yeah, Jameis did a great job. Even the Brandon Allen played pretty well. Like he had a nice bounce back week after throwing two picks against
yeah,
the Vikings. So that was good to see. And even I cannot pronounce his last name.
Kainer.
Jake Hainer.
Yeah,
Yeah, he only threw three
he only
passes,
threw
but
yeah 3 for 3.
three for three, so it's fine. You know, not terrible.
I mean, you could definitely say it's a part. It's like Dolphins defense, but like I mean, they
Hmm.
did good.
Yeah, I
Nothing
mean he only had 15 yards, so it wasn't anything crazy. But we signed. I think we signed him because we were scared of um
Dart.
Brandon Allen,
Oh
because
yeah, you're
last week
right.
he had a terrible week. So I think we signed him just to be like, all right, give him some competition, see if he shows us anything.
And he
And
did.
they both played well, so there's really no complaint there either.
Yeah, because Allen looked awful last week, and
Yeah,
then
he looked really bad.
I mean,
Like
that's what the Dolphins defense does to people, I guess.
that is true. I mean, what you just said is very true. Like the Dolphins are not going to be good this year at all. But then again, the Vikings defense is also led by such a great defensive coordinator in Brian Flores, and they really know what they're doing over there. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a combination of Brandon Allen not being the best and the Vikings defense being good, or Brandon Allen just being okay and
I
the
think it was a
Dolphins
lot
being
of their
bad.
it had a lot to do with their defense.
Exactly, right.
That's always a tough defense to play against. I mean, last year Dart had his worst game against them, so
That is true. That is true. Yeah, so that game was actually terrible. Not
yeah.
to stray from the conversation, but that game was awful.
Yeah, I mean the Vikings are never a tough team to face. I mean,
hmm
unless it's the playoffs, but that that was a while ago. So
Yeah.
like I don't know if you got any more thoughts or just like any more general things to talk about like during the game. I mean, we kind of
Um,
covered a
yeah, we
lot.
covered a lot. We talked about Deontay Banks. We talked about
Drew
the
Phillips
defense. Drew Phillips, yeah, good to see him back
talked
out
about
there.
Newsom.
Yeah, we talked about pretty much everybody. I'm trying to think on the offensive side of the ball. Offensive line played really well.
Yeah.
The offensive line blocked their asses off. And, it was great to see because the Giants' offensive line has been not the best. Let's just say that. It has been over the past 5 years, it's been
Last year was all right.
last year was all right, right. But like in general, their offensive line has been one of their biggest issues.
That's like
Um,
every year.
every single year, there's a problem with the offensive line. But this year, like again, going back to maybe it's just Miami's defense, but they blocked their asses off. Everyone on that line played really well. Rookie, I think his name JC Davis, is that
Yeah.
JC Davis? Yeah, he's like 6th round pick. He played pretty much the whole game and not one complaint about him.
No, he did good.
He played really well. Um, didn't see Arvo Reese that much. I know he
He
played,
played
but
a little bit.
there's nothing that really stood out to me about him. I know I'm switching what we were talking about a little bit, but we were talking about a rookie, so it made me think of Arvo Reese. But offensive line, I will say, is a big bright spot of yesterday.
I mean, Vin mentioned regretting not taking Sonny Styles, Blake. I mean,
hmm
pretty happy with Arville Reese.
I agree. I'm very happy with Arvo Reese. I keep seeing that run from Josh Dobbs going 45 yards to the house and Sonny
It was
Styles
like over 50,
jogging.
I think.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, probably. It was probably longer, but study styles, you see him get blocked out and then jogs after him. So, I mean, obviously he's a rookie, it's gonna happen, but I'm very happy
Arville,
with
yeah.
Reese. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't you didn't lie up the stat sheet at all. I mean, I don't know how much he played, Blake. I mean,
hmm
you could look at the 3 points that the Dolphins scored and just say it's a total win by the defense.
Absolutely. Like we were dominant. We talked about this way earlier on in the pod, but we were pretty dominant on the whole defensive front. Um, just they could not do anything. I mean, no rushing attack. They had no pass game. Honestly, I will say this too, not a lot of penalties, and that was great. Like usually the preseason is filled with like stupid mistakes by your younger guys, and they're just they're committing PIs everywhere, but not a lot of that because you look at the Dolphins' total yards and there's not much there. So,
Barely
you know,
eclipsed 100. Like,
yeah, they barely broke 100, and that's amazing. Like, what a win.
yeah, I mean, you look at everything. The only negative of the game was the Tracy fumble, and that was it.
hmm Exactly. What else? I mean, honestly, it was such it was a good win, right? I don't want to go inflating the Giants' heads, but it's still preseason. Everyone's trying to figure it out, but it was a good, very, very good and encouraging win.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest statement would be week one against the Cowboys. See how they could
hmm
play there. Because
Yeah,
obviously, I know I'm looking ahead, but like, I know there's one more week to go for preseason, but like, that's going to be a very important matchup because, the
100%.
Cowboys have fallen short of expectations a couple of times. Like they
hmm
fell short last year because of their defense, and they
Yeah,
obviously improved to AF. they recently just got Von Miller. I mean, he's not that good anymore, but I mean, he's
No,
still
but someone you got to guard, so you know
and
it doesn't matter who it is.
the Giants have not had success against the Cowboys as of late. I mean,
No, they have not.
and they're really gonna have to prove us wrong, prove everybody wrong. Week
Yeah,
one.
I mean, look, the secondary, the guys who played yesterday, and even some of the guys who didn't play as much, um, they're gonna have their work cut out for them this year, especially with this loaded NFC East division. They got a lot of solid receivers that they got to play twice a year, like George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, even
That's gonna be the toughest test,
yeah,
at least.
100% that'll be the toughest test, but even like Devontae Smith's a little sneaky. You don't know how Mekhi Lemon's gonna play. Uh, you don't know how guys like Terry McLaurin and Stephon Diggs maybe a little
I think they're gonna be
shifty.
good.
I think they will be good as well. That's why I'm saying it's like,
This whole division is just like loaded.
and it's gonna really come down to if the secondary can hold them to like a minimum, and then let our defensive line do the rest of the work.
And at the end of the day, it's a divisional game. I mean, I think
Exactly.
this division will come down to the wire. I
hmm
mean, at least I'm pretty confident about the Eagles, Blake.
hmm
At the end of the day, like it's probably gonna have to be between the Cowboys, the Commanders, and the Giants.
Yeah,
And
for
these
number two.
divisional games are gonna make the difference at the end of the day.
100% agree. Where do you have the Giants finishing this year?
I don't know. I can't
You have no
predict.
idea. Yeah, that's
I think
fair.
they're all interchangeable because like the Commanders, they obviously didn't have a very healthy team last year. They're
Not
gonna
at
have
all.
healthy JD back,
hmm
and they also got Diggs, which I think is gonna be pretty good for them.
hmm
It's gonna make Terry even more of an asset.
Right.
And I think we'll see what happens with them, but I think they could be a good team. And the Cowboys, they're either like really good or really bad most
I
years.
agree. I
Like
mean,
their
look,
offense is
unfortunately,
scary.
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Unfortunately, I don't think the Cowboys' lack of firepower is gonna be a problem for them this year. I think they're gonna be a real threat on offense, and if they can figure out their defense, they're gonna be the team to beat, honestly. Even more than the Eagles, I'd say. I don't know if I necessarily trust Devonta Smith to be
As the one, yeah.
as the one. I mean, look, I trust him to be the one. I don't know if he'll get the same production that he would have had when you had like prime AJ Brown and then him, right? I don't see him being the AJ Brown guy and then Mekhi Lemon taking his place. I don't see that happening at all.
Because the thing is with that, like AJ Brown's like a bigger guy, and he's like the number one. He's like a
Yeah.
what wide receiver number one build. And
Yeah.
Devontae is obviously a smaller guy. He's been pretty good throughout his career,
hmm
but like, I mean, this is the first time where he's like not behind him, and now he has to take the leap himself to carry the load on offense. And I mean,
Exactly.
they also have Goddard too, but like,
I mean, that'll take some pressure off him, and they even signed Wicks from the Green Bay Packers, and I've seen a ton of film on him from this preseason and training camp. His release is insane. His release off the line is insane. I don't know if that's gonna translate or if that has translated.
yeah, I mean, I already
Um,
cut him.
they already cut him. Oh
No,
well.
I already did.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw.
No, no, I didn't see that. No,
Yeah,
but um. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he takes some pressure off of Smith. But like I said, I think the Cowboys are really going to be the team to be in the NFC this year, NFC East this year.
I would say they're like the scariest for sure.
hmm Exactly, because you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to go f like 500 yards with Dak, and in the air you have three receiving touchdowns between CD and Pickens, and then two on the ground, or how you don't know how it's going to go. You could also have a game where Dak doesn't play and he throws the ball into the dirt 10 times and it's like not even the same team.
Yeah,
So I don't know, but I definitely think that we're in a good spot roster wise to compete with the best teams in our division, which is unfortunately every team because they all could be super good this year.
I mean, yeah, we'll have to see what happens eventually. I mean, it's going to come down to wins and losses, right? So,
hmm
yeah, I mean, I don't know if you have any more thoughts. We kind of went over everything in a way.
Yeah, we did. I mean, Look, I'm trying like towards the end of the game, I won't lie at all. I didn't watch as much of it because the
I
game was
didn't watch a
over.
lot of it either.
Yeah, the game
Yeah,
was over before the fourth quarter even started. So I don't know if there was any like late round standouts or whatever
no.
happened. I don't think there were, but I think we pretty much did cover everything. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm excited. Look, we're 1-1 in preseason. It is preseason, but I don't know. I'm excited. It's giving me hope.
I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But
We will, but I'm a delusional Giants fan, so of course I'm gonna get excited over a preseason win.
no, obviously, I mean, this is a great win, and
Of course.
thank you for being on again. I mean, we'll hopefully do another one soon. So,
Yeah,
you know,
next week if you decide to do one, I'll be right here. Thanks for having me, man. It's great as always.
all right, I'll see you guys in the next one then.
See ya.